my story about the company officer's dilemma is do what you're qualified to do what you're certified to do, and anything else you yield to the expert. In my younger years as an officer, and this was the culture I was brought up in, we would always share issues with each other. Even though you were friends with somebody and now you became their lieutenant or their captain, we confided in each other, we shared with each other, we gave advice to each other. But it's a different world today. And it doesn't matter whether you like the fact that it's a different world today, it just is. And I got jammed up at one point in my career because I gave advice to a firefighter involving their personal life. I meant nothing but good. I meant no harm, and it backfired. And it was something, though, that I was woefully unqualified to do. I'm very qualified if your house catches on fire. I'm very qualified if your store's burning because I have the paperwork, the qualifications, the certifications, and the experience to show you that. But we find ourselves in the firehouse offering advice, and sometimes we have to understand that it may not be the right path for you to go down. And I use this as an example. And again, we're talking about being qualified certified. So what I'm providing with you is my bit of advice for today. What you can take home is a warning system that you build in. Should I be dealing with this problem, or should I be calling the battalion chief? Should I be calling EAP? Who should I call based upon the situation? And it doesn't mean all of them get tossed, but you have to be able to, and maybe Eddie will help us dig through that a little bit. Here's an example. We respond to a hazmat incident, and it's this nasty, bubbly stuff. What I'm going to do is size it up. I'm going to know that I don't have the tools, equipment, or the qualifications to deal with that. I'm going to minimize further damage. I'm going to notify the hazmat team. We're going to continue to stabilize it best we can, and then the hazmat teams are going to come and make that stuff go away. I see it the same way when we're dealing with people. You have an employee with X problem, whatever it is. Maybe they're coming to talk to you. Chief, Cap, Lieutenant, I want to talk to you. I'm having a lot of problems with my spouse. Size it up, and it may be they don't know where to park their car. Well, shoot, that's easy. They can park on Main Street, right? But if then they get into it and say, well, I think this is going on in my life. That's a warning sign. That's a hazmat incident. You're not the hazmat team. So my piece of advice to you that I want you to take home from, and Ed's going to provide a whole lot more, is understand what you're qualified and certified to do and do those things. Otherwise, deal with that personnel issue. I'm having marital issues. I don't like this firefighter. He's picking on me. I'm being bullied. Someone did something very appropriate in the locker room for me. Then you stabilize it, and then you notify what the next chain of command would be to not only take care of that employee, but also to take care of your entire crew so this situation gets stabilized.